Expanding into international markets offers massive commercial potential. Whether sourcing raw materials or selling finished products, moving goods across borders is how companies scale. And right now, Iran represents a major destination for both sourcing exportable goods and finding new customer bases. But there is a dangerous assumption in modern business: the belief that a quick internet search yields all the data you need to safely start trading in a new country. We see this often in the do-it-yourself approach to foreign business. Companies attempt to navigate unfamiliar markets using unverified online lists of potential partners, hoping to piece together a supply chain from a few Google searches. The immediate result is a predictable chain of failures. Without local context, companies end up relying on unverified intermediaries, agreeing to weak contracts, and suffering massive communication breakdowns when things inevitably go wrong. Finding a factory's name online provides zero proof of its actual production capacity or commercial reliability. You can peel back the website of a seemingly massive operation and find a facility that cannot actually fulfill your order. In a complex, high-potential market like Iran, raw data without local context is an operational liability. It gives you the illusion of knowledge without the security of truth. Bridging the gap between a foreign company's goals and the realities of the Iranian business environment requires an experienced guide. This is where my industry consulting group comes in, providing the local expertise needed to turn a high-risk gamble into a secure operation. Look at the first critical phase of expansion: supplier sourcing. To buy products, raw materials, or industrial goods from Iran, you have to move entirely beyond surface-level information. Genuine, on-the-ground supplier vetting begins with a physical and financial audit of the operation. This verification ensures that the commercial entity on paper matches the reality of the factory floor before any money changes hands. Local experts measure a supplier against key metrics: production capacity, export experience, product quality, and commercial reliability. This evaluation allows buyers to compare options side by side with clarity. It supports your team during quotation requests and contract negotiations, providing leverage based on facts. Locally guided sourcing creates a structured path to procurement, replacing blind trust with verified data. By filtering for quality and reliability at the start, companies minimize the risk of costly supply chain disruptions. The strategy flips when the goal is market entry, when foreign companies want to sell their products or services to Iranian customers. A theoretical understanding of the market fails under the pressure of actual sales. Assuming that a product will succeed just because the population is large ignores the specific mechanics of how people buy. Before making costly decisions, you need practical insights. That means segmenting potential customers into clear groups, defining realistic pricing levels based on local economics, and mapping exactly which competitors are already active in your space. You also have to map the physical and operational distribution channels. You need to see the flowchart of how goods actually move within the country, from the point of entry all the way to the final customer. Actionable, locally informed market research acts as a final safeguard. It prevents companies from making catastrophic strategic errors before they even launch their product. The final and most complex stage is business landing. This is the practical process of turning your abstract interest into a real, permanent commercial operation in Iran. The stakes here are high, particularly when selecting local representatives. Choosing the wrong local distributor or agent will damage your brand and create irreversible legal problems. Vetting potential partners requires a deep audit. You must assess their verified market access and scrutinize their true sales capabilities to ensure they can deliver on their promises. Then comes localization. This means adapting your branding, sales materials, and business communication so they make sense within the local business culture. A message that sells well in Europe might need an entirely different translation of value for Iranian buyers. Finally, establishing a presence requires guided legal and regulatory coordination. Navigating company registration, tax issues, and trade compliance demands coordination with trusted, specialized local legal professionals. Structured business landing reduces the uncertainty of expansion. It is the vital mechanism that safely moves your company out of the research phase and into physical, profitable action. We can see the contrast clearly. On one side, you have the initial chaos of attempting to organize raw, unverified data on your own. On the other, you have a structured, step-by-step path provided by a dedicated local advisory partner. Success in a complex foreign market requires the ability to interpret information correctly. Having a guide to filter claims and verify opportunities transforms raw data into a reliable strategic advantage. Integrating local market knowledge with your business strategy saves you valuable time, prevents weak contracts, and builds strong, lasting commercial relationships. Whether your objective is to source materials, sell goods, or establish a permanent local office, success requires preparation and trust. To find suitable partners, validate the market, and execute the practical steps of expansion, you need reality checks and reliable connections. My industry consulting group provides exactly that support, moving your company from uncertainty to action.